So we had to develop a very advanced forecasting and battery dispatch management system to be able to deliver the smarts for what will probably become the first scheduled solar farm in at least in the Northern Territory, probably in the country, and as far as we know, or maybe also internationally. What was very special about that project is that there was this requirement from the Northern Territory government that all generators had to deliver firm power to the grid. So there was no real allowance for intermittency or uncertainty on the electricity output of solar farms. The solution allowed to reduce dramatically the size of the battery to only 20 to 25% of the solar capacity, and just use advanced monitoring of the weather conditions and advanced dispatch management of the batteries to satisfy that technical requirement in the Northern Territory. Forecasting is only part of the solution. While we started as a forecasting company initially, we've been kind of developing additional technology that helped the energy transition, and this was a clear example where we had to integrate what we called capacity forecasts into an optimization engine that was determining what was the optimal dispatch strategy for that hybrid asset. By capacity forecasts, we mean forecasts of what's the base load generation that a solar farm is going to be able to produce based on the current weather conditions and the performance of the site and the availability of the components of the solar farm and so on. So on a clear day when there is absolutely no clouds in the sky, you can basically be very confident that you will have almost the full capacity of the solar farm available in the next dispatch intervals, because there is no uncertainty or there is no intermittency expected from clouds, given that there are no clouds. While on days when there is blue skies with patchy clouds, that can form at any stage, can move in front of the sun, that can cause some very big ramps in that base load forecast of how much we can promise to the grid with 100% confidence needs to be reduced dramatically. So by trying to assess very accurately what the risk that is associated to each point in time during the operations, we could actually adapt the dispatch strategy of the batteries and to basically tune the risk appetite of the operations of the site in order to make sure that or at any point in time we could deliver firm power to the grid with the support of a small battery. That concern about the impact of intermittency of solar farms was translated into some pretty strict rules around how much of that intermittency could be transferred into the grid, and that's really why. So you can imagine that a 20 megawatt solar farm in such a network can cause some serious instability just due to cloud cover. On top of it, because it's in a tropical climate, they get these blue skies with these cumulus clouds that form out of convection and that are very, very, very difficult to forecast. They came up with this requirement, which at the end of the day is applicable to many microgrids in the world. Funnily enough, automatic cleaning was absolutely critical for the automatic cleaning of the sensors. Was absolutely critical to the success of the project. You have to have 100% certainty that there is not going to be any impacts of a cloud on the site to be able to increase your offers. If there is a bird trace or soiling on the cameras that are looking out on the sky, suddenly that dirt is identified as cloud, And if there is clouds being identified, the whole system needs to become much more conservative suddenly. So it was absolutely critical to keep the sensors clean, and that was what gave us some very good motivations and ideas on developing our further technologies that we've commercialized around automatic cleaning of irradiance sensors for performance monitoring of sites. In terms of capacity forecasting, we hope that we will be able to integrate the same system to our solar farms in the Northern Territory soon. That is still in progress, but also a lot of this experience that we gained on how to manage hybrid systems effectively has become applicable in larger markets like the East Coast market in Australia called the National Electricity Market.